Good afternoon. I hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. We are looking at the storms that will continue throughout this weekend and also discussing the big cool down that will be going throughout most of the US after this heat wave gets out of the way. Anyways, we're going to be looking at today's severe weather threat. We have a extremely large slight risk for severe thunderstorms, or not really large, but a very long slight risk for severe weather reaching from Maine all the way down there into Texas. And this is mainly for damaging winds and hail. Here's the wind risk. We do have a 15% chance here for 60-mile-per-hour winds within those storms today. They're gonna be kind of scattered. They're gonna be we have a massive severe thunderstorm watch. We're actually seeing some tornado warnings over there in Arkansas. So I mean, just a very active severe weather day today. So just kind of be weather aware. There may be tornado warnings in some areas because we do have a 2% risk for tornadoes all the way up here in Maine, all the way down there into Arkansas. So keep that in mind. Even this is such a widespread area, I think this is definitely going to have quite the tornado risk throughout today to really track throughout today. So we do have a 5% chance for tornadoes up there in Maine. If you live in Maine by any chance, I would stay weather aware. There are tornadoes that will be possible throughout this evening here. So as you can tell, we have also a hail risk with this as well. We have a 15% chance here in two areas for over quarter-sized hail in some storms. But mainly it's going to be wind and possible tornadoes. So just keep that in mind to stay weather aware. Now for tomorrow's outlook, we do have another risk for severe weather once again up there in the Northeast. Again, this is a slight risk for severe weather and also a huge marginal risk for severe weather. So again, that marginal risk is going to be isolated severe weather, is kind of severe thunderstorms, and more of that slight risk is going to be more of a little more widespread severe thunderstorms, but not really significant. Anything significant that we are expecting here. We do in fact have another 5% chance for tornadoes up there in Maine. Again, just stay weather aware. If any tornado warnings are issued for your area, you know what to do. Get into your tornado safe place and protect yourself from flying debris by moving to the most interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. If you're in a mobile home, I recommend finding some sort of other substantial shelter to protect yourself from flying debris. So just keep that in mind here for tomorrow as well for Sunday. And we do have also a wind risk. We have a 15% chance here for 60-mile-per-hour winds, and also a huge 5%. Again, isolated severe storms can be damaging in some rare cases. So again, just kind of stay prepared and just stay weather aware for tomorrow. I won't be live for these because they aren't going to be anything significant, hopefully. So just stay weather aware here. Also, we do have a hail risk up there, a 15% chance here for over quarter-sized hail. And it looks like we are going to be getting a little tiny break of severe weather here for starting on Monday. We do have a marginal risk for severe weather down there in Texas. I don't think it's going to be anything significant, but this may upgrade in future outlooks, so we'll keep an eye on it. Now we're going to be looking at the future radar here for much of the U.S. as we again do have that slight risk for severe weather reaching all the way across the country here. Again, that time and date is going to be in the top right corner. It's going to be in Central Daylight Time. So if you're in any other Central Daylight Time, you may subtract an hour, or you may even add on to 2 hours. If you live in the Pacific Daylight Time, Mountain Daylight Time, subtract 1 hour off from this. So let's go ahead and move forward to around 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time. As you can see, we are seeing those storms that are continuing down there in Arkansas, Kentucky, Ohio. And also, those storms look to be developing around 7 p.m. of Saturday. So as you can see, we're seeing 7 p.m. and we're seeing those storms up there in Maine. We're seeing those storms that will continue down here in Arkansas. We're even seeing some storms up down there in Florida, and even still seeing those storms up there in Ohio. So about 7 p.m. or so, things could be getting a little intense for some areas. Those storms look to be breaking up a little bit around Kentucky and Tennessee by 10 p.m. tonight. Around Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, this is a lot to forecast here. So bear with me. Just keep an eye on your area throughout these times. And it looks like most of extreme northern Maine will get most of the action later tonight, and really not much of central Maine. But again, those storms can be getting intense there around 10 p.m. tonight around Tennessee, Arkansas, as well as reaching into Louisiana and Mississippi. Look at those storms. Definitely a widespread damaging wind event could be possible late tonight, overnight tonight. So keep that in mind and stay weather aware as you go to sleep tonight. So 3 a.m. or so, looks like those storms are still ongoing in some spots here. And even it's still that damaging wind threat with the boat Echo down here in Mississippi and Louisiana. Again, stay weather aware and make sure you do have a way to get those warnings and watches down there in Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana. But overall, looks like these storms should be weakening here by 5 a.m. or so. But still, those storms could be approaching Houston around 6 a.m. So a early morning storm will be impacting Houston around 6 or 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time. So that'll be a stormy morning for tomorrow. Now let's go ahead and look at the future radar for tomorrow. And then we'll go ahead and look at the cool down that will be coming for most of the central and eastern U.S. We will be seeing some storms tomorrow across the Northeast. This is 11 a.m. tomorrow, May 22nd. As you can see, this is actually going to be the anniversary of the Joplin tornado. I think the 11th year anniversary, if I am correct. It was in 2011, so that would be the 11th year anniversary of the Joplin tornado in Missouri. As you can see, we're moving forward here around 1 p.m. tomorrow or 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. We are seeing some storms developing across New York and Pennsylvania. Those will be moving eastward towards more of New York, Pennsylvania, and even Vermont, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts may see some storms as well. And as it goes to around 7 or 8 p.m., you may see a small tornado threat up there in Maine. Otherwise, looks like those storms will be weakening by the time you get into the late evening hours, late night hours. So you will definitely have a good night's sleep there in the Northeast, as those storms will be not really going overnight. Now we're going to be looking at the cool down coming for most of the central U.S. here. Again, we've been seeing some very warm temperatures, some very moist temperatures over here in much of the Midwest, the central United States, the Central Plains, the Southeast, the Northeast is about to get some very warm temperatures, especially for tomorrow. Now let's go ahead and move forward. This is going to be for today. Still some very warm temperatures across Texas, Louisiana, much of the Southeast. Still seeing some very hot temperatures for today. However, let's go ahead and move forward as a huge cold front bringing all that severe weather across much of the U.S. here. That's going to be moving southeast overnight tonight. And you are going to be noticing some much cooler temperatures for tomorrow with highs in the 60s over there, highs in the 60s and 50s over there across much of this general vicinity. So definitely we'll be noticing that, and you definitely will be thanking that cold front for tomorrow for bringing us a break from this big time heat wave. Now as we move forward into Monday, looks like we are going to be seeing some more cooler temperatures here across much of the eastern half of the U.S. Especially look at over here in Nebraska and South Dakota, you are seeing mid-40s. Mid-40s over here in South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas. So definitely some very cooler temperatures, and that may be more of like the too cool temperatures. So for the perfect temperature range is around 60 to 70 degrees. But you know, that's just different people's preferences around the central U.S. So let's go ahead and move forward towards Tuesday. Again, that big time cool down for much of the U.S. here. Maybe getting a little more warmer up here in the portions of the southern eastern U.S. as more of warm temperatures start traveling northward for early week. And as we head into Wednesday, I think we are going to be seeing another kind of heat wave. Not really a heat wave, but just a warm wave over here across much of the Midwest. And you're still seeing, again, more warm temperatures left in north here. And this might be ahead of our next system for next week. Like I said, we're going to have more temperatures lifting north here. And that may bring some more severe weather with a new cold front that may be traveling eastward here, bring some more storms across maybe the Midwest, Central Plains. I'm not really sure about that, but definitely a possibility for the next week or two here. More possibilities for severe weather. Nothing significant coming up here for severe weather wise. So we're just gonna have to be discussing more patterns ahead and maybe more possibilities of severe weather outbreaks ahead. I don't know what videos to make on after this active period of severe weather, unless there's more severe weather according to the Storm Predictor Center. But if you did enjoy, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. It'll really help out the channel, help the channel to grow and get more information. If you generally like weather information, that would be a great option to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Also, if anyone you know also likes weather, likes daily weather content, be sure to share this video with any friends or family that may want this type of content here. But I'll see you in the next one, as always, stay safe.